Okay, let's use the quadratic formula to solve this equation right here. Okay, so this is a quadratic equation. It's squared and it has an equal sign. And the quadratic formula is over here to the right. And what it's saying is that if your quadratic equation is set equal to 0, you can find your three coefficients, a, b, and c, and you could just plug them in and then use your calculator to solve this. So let's go ahead and let's do it. I'm looking at my equation, but before I solve my equation, it has to equal 0. So does it equal 0 right now? No. In order to get it to equal 0, I need to move this 8. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to subtract 8 from both sides of the equal sign. That way, 8 minus 8 cancels on the right-hand side, giving me a 0. So I'm going to have 4m squared minus 2m minus 8 equals 0. Okay. I put a smiley face in that 0. That helps remind me that my quadratic formulas need to equal 0. And now all I have to do is identify my a, my b, and my c. So this is my a. A is 4. This is my b. B is negative 2. And then this is my c, which is negative 8. And then these three numbers are going to get plugged in into the quadratic formula. All right, let's do it. All right, let's plug it in. B is negative 2. And B is negative 2. A is 4. C is negative 8. And A is 4. Alrighty, let's see what we have now. X equals, now I have the opposite of negative 2, which is a positive 2, plus or minus the square root of, okay, let's see this, negative 2 squared is 4, positive 4. And then we have minus, and when I multiply these three, it's going to be negative, so minus a negative is a plus. And then 4 times 8. Let me get my calculator. It's 128 over 2 times 4 is 8. All right, keep going. X equals, now I have 2 plus or minus the square root of 4 plus 128, that's 132, all over 8. Okay, and this looks pretty good here, but I need to see, to reduce completely, I need to see if I can reduce the square root of 132. All right, so if you look on the right, I listed all of my squares. Okay, since this is a square root, I need to simplify that radical. So you may need to go back and do a little review on simplifying a radical. 2 plus or minus. Now the square root of 132, I'm looking for one of these perfect squares that goes into it. That one's too big, doesn't work, doesn't work, doesn't work. None of these, the only one that works is 4. Okay, 132 is 4 times 33. So this is the square root of 4 times the square root of 33, and it's all over 8. Now I'm going to reduce that square root of 4. 2 plus or minus, square root of 4 is 2, all over 8. And then one more thing I can do is I can either factor out a 2 from the top that's going to reduce with my 8, or I can split it up into 2 fractions. I'm going to go ahead and split it up into 2 fractions. So it's going to look like this. X equals 2 over 8 plus or minus 2 square root of 33 over 8. And now it's a little easier to reduce here. 2 over 8 becomes 1 over 4. And then same thing here. 2 over 8 becomes 1 over 4. So my answer, and I'm going to put it up in the box right here. My answers, I should say answers because I have 2 of them. X equals 1 over 4 plus or minus square root of 33 over 4. Okay, I don't need this 1 in front because it's understood that that's 1. Now you can leave your answer just like this. You don't need to have it as 1 fraction. If you did want to put it as 1 fraction, it would look like this. X equals 1 plus or minus square root of 33 all over the same 4. Okay, realizing that this is 2 different numbers. Okay, it's 1/4 plus square root of 33 over 4, and then 1/4 minus square root of 33 over 4.